on our television. It's preseason.
Preseason
but
football.
It's NFL football.
Oh, and you know what's right around the corner besides the pros?
College football.
College football.
Just coming up like this next Saturday
Yes.
is going to be college football. The 24th, I think, is the first game.
So excited.
Holy crap.
We made it through the drought, my friend.
Oh, God.
Think about that. We
but you know
started
what?
this for the NFL season last year for our fantasy football league.
Kind of an excuse for us to come up here and watch football and do nothing.
And then before we knew it, football was done. And then we were like, shit. What do we do? Are we still going to do it, or is it a seasonal sports thing? So somehow we bullshitted our way through our first off season.
Yep.
And now look, in a week we have college football, and a week after that the NFL.
Yep.
Oh, we made it.
That's a fucking year.
That's a cheers right there. Before we even say anything about what we're drinking,
we're almost at our 1 year anniversary.
What is this one? This one's
41.
41. That's right. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers to making it through the off season. Yeah. Cheers to football coming up very soon, and cheers to a new little whiskey for the week.
Maybe we'll have to start doing like extra episodes here and there, just so that we have to be up here for like 2, 3, 4 hours at a time watching football on a Sunday. I mean, I don't want to force you to sit in a recliner watching football, pretending to talk into a microphone, but I mean, if the wives come up and they look at the computer screen and it looks kind of like it's recording, they might leave us alone.
Yeah. We just need a sign that just says "Men at Work Recording" or something.
I'll get one of those big red recording signs and put it over top the door.
Can we pipe the TV sound on our headphones so we can just sit here?
I mean, I can find a way to make that work.
All right. We're giving away our secret. We gotta stop talking. Shit. Gosh. Hold on. We'll throw you edit all that.
It's just gonna be the Jeopardy music.
That's right. Oh man.
Well, what'd you bring for us this week, Mike?
Well, I brought a little something. I'm trying to mix it up and contribute here. This is I totally forgot. What was it? $26?
Yeah.
Old John Fitzgerald, shout out Brian, right? He kind of
he gave us the story behind this.
He educated us on this bottle, even though from my understanding this is not a bottle and bond series, but it's the Larceny Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
Yep.
Small batch 92 proof. So if you remember the story, this is one of the bottles. Has a cute little old school lock.
Yep.
Lock on there for the key. And I'll tell you, man, I know we just cracked it. I've had it before. This is another one. Recently, we've done a few of these.
Inexpensive bottles.
Yeah, almost bargain, right? I mean, $26. And I'll tell you, man, this thing, it doesn't drink like a... I mean, this is literally what? $8 above a... $10 above a Jack, or a Beam, which I drink a lot in Cabo. Their whiskey selection,
not great.
Well, I mean, Maker's was like the top, right?
Oh, that's their premium.
That's
selection.
Pretty much their premium selection, right? Mexico, of course, they're gonna more heavily lean towards tequilas. So as far as your bourbons, we had about 4 or 5 choices, but I drank a shit ton of Beam while I was there, and I forgot, man, It's Beam, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the workhorse. But this for $8 more, it's probably like leveling up twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. So, all right. Well, that's, a $26 bottle for our near start of the college football season.
That's right.
Go cheap for those college boys.
Hey, it's all about quantity over quality sometimes.
Well, cheers, sir.
Cheers, buddy. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is a good football game sipper right there.
Yep.
92 proof, has some flavors.
Unless I'm watching my Commanders, and then I'm going to need something like in the 130s, because it's just fucking painful.
Like we had last week with our guest.
Oh.
Spitting hot fire.
Ooh, yeah. Well, so we've finished the Olympics.
Yep.
We've got college football coming up.
Yep.
We've almost done a year of this stuff.
Yep.
I'm going back here in like 3 weeks or so to the East Coast to go college tour and then watch a Packers game with Jackson.
Hell yeah.
There in Tennessee. Are you going? Have you like officially, like, you just don't have the time to go back for the Browns this year?
Well, so it's funny. Usually by now, game has already been like decided.
Yeah.
Everything's booked. We have a plan. McCurdy's youngest is starting her freshman year, so he's dealing with the move-in.
Okay.
She's going to Georgia, Bulldog. Ooh. So between his stuff, my stuff, going to Parents Weekend, some other things, we're having a hell of a time.
Yeah.
So as of right this second, it's either week 3 Cleveland against the Giants, which I never go on the game based on who they're playing, except for one year I wanted to see my Seahawks play out there.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's usually just based on what works, because I'll be honest, the opponent's kind of like the last thing up, right?
It's the
Sitting
experience.
Yeah, McCurry and I, we have such a blast. So we're either leaning towards that or skipping Cleveland altogether this year, going to week 4, Browns versus Raiders in Vegas.
Oh. Ooh, man, that one would be spendy though.
Well, and that's we're looking right now, and this late to the game, it's not going to be cheap.
No.
But
I mean, and getting down to Vegas nowadays is not cheap near a weekend, because they just know what's going on.
Yeah, I've been to one game, and literally I think the flight was like $400 or $500 to get from, Portland to Vegas for a home game, and then the rooms are out of control. So I don't know. We're hemming and hawing. We haven't quite decided yet. If it is Vegas, I figure there's not a lot of Brown fans that I know, but there's a lot of football fans I know. So we're like, well, maybe if we get a group, right? I'll put 2, 3, 4 dudes in a room. I'll bunk up. I'll sleep on the floor. I don't really care. So we haven't quite decided.
Just putting it out there. I'm not snuggling you. I am not the small spoon. I'm not going to be the big spoon. I know exactly what you're thinking, and I'm not a cheap date.
You don't want any part of it?
No.
All right.
No.
I'll buy you an apple teeny. Something fancy. Put your pinky out. But I will be the big spoon.
I'm gonna wear my iron chastity belt. Just 3 a.m. I just hear boom.
Yeah, it was funny. And, talking out loud just reminded me of a story. So when we went up to the Browns game up in Seattle last year, McCurdy flew in from Detroit.
Yeah.
Brace and I did the quick little road trip up the 5, right? So 3 of us. We had a buddy meet us who lived in Seattle for the game, but of course he lived there, so he had his own house. But it was funny, now that I'm thinking about it, we got 3 dudes in a room. And between myself, large man, Brace,
large man,
and then McCurdy, who's not that large.
Yeah.
Now that I reflect on it, somehow McCurdy got the bed to himself, and Brace and I bunked up, which I'm not complaining about. But it's funny how that worked out.
Yeah, no, I think McCurdy knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, he knew. I did find out that trip that Brace is a cover hog, and I'm going to throw him under the bus. I woke up fucking teeth chattering, basketball shorts out of the t-shirt.
John, I'm cold.
Yeah, seriously, what did you do with the covers, you bitch?
I burritoed myself.
Yeah, my wife was like, I feel bad for the cleaners after you guys. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, just the smells that the 3 of you omit. And I'm like, because we had a very, very healthy diet of fried chicken wings, burgers, more beers than 3 humans should, even attempt to drink over a 3-week period. And then the liquor and everything else. Yeah, I do remember that. It was quite fragrant in the room in the morning.
I feel like these hotels should just know that this is going to happen and have certain rooms that just have like a commercial exhaust system in it. Like, Are you going to be staying here with 3 of your buddies? Great. Hit this switch. The fan will stay on for the next 24 hours.
And not one of these bullshits where you have to be in the room.
No,
or stick,
no,
like,
no.
It
It'll
just once they check you in, they have a button downstairs. Boop, fan engaged.
Yep. Febreze like pumped in from one side and the exhaust fan on the other. Like, otherwise we can't rent this room for the next week.
Every 5 minutes you get, you know how some of those bathrooms have those air mister things?
Oh yeah.
You'd be sitting, all of a sudden you hear the psh. I'm like, ooh, I might need one of these for my house. I always forget to spray when I'm done, but if I have an automated system.
You know, I actually thought about putting in like a motion sensor for our bathrooms for the fans, just because, you know, we Martins are epic poopers.
Yeah.
And I'll just throw most of that on me, but there are other members that may participate in this. And sometimes the fan is on, sometimes it's not. And if it's not on and somebody else walks in there, it's, you know, throughout the whole house echoing like, who the fuck was in here? Like, oh, hey, sorry, that's me. Hang on. Let me go turn that fan on, open the window and close the door. And here, let me put the sign up. We got a little sign for the door that says, I wouldn't if I were you.
Caution tape, armed security. Ma'am, you can't go in there.
Yeah. So I would love to go to a game with you, but I refuse to be the small spoon.
All right. Well, we can work out the details of it. We still have some time. So.
I'm gonna make my agent negotiate.
There you go.
The rate. If Joanna's my agent, though, she's gonna be like, you take what you get, buddy. You're gonna like it.
Well, I'll throw the date out there if you have any interest. I mean, I'll tell you, I've only been to the Stadium Allegiant once, and I was very fortunate with the circumstance and who I went with and who hosted us. We were in a suite. I've never seen a more just sexy, top of the line, just fucking, it was amazing, right?
Yeah, great experience.
Just, I mean, wireless phone chargers in the chairs, on the counters. You put your cup in the holder, it's frosted, so your drink never gets like just just ridiculous amenities, right?
Yeah.
The problem though is I like sweets, right?
Yeah.
But there's something about in the stands, right?
Yep.
High five. I mean, granted, there was probably 20 of us, 25 of us in the suite, and I had a buddy with. I mean, it was still awesome. It was one of the best game experiences. But it's like, I want to be down, right? I want to be in the hell. Not down like down towards the field. Like,
no, but you want to be
back
in,
row,
in
dude.
the masses.
Yes, dude. I want to hear, you know, someone fighting over here about some drunken whatever play, and someone spilling drinks on someone and throwing peanuts on the ground. And, you know, it's pretty freaking fun. But like I said, not to discard, the suite was fucking awesome. Food, amazing. Well, private, just everything was disgustingly
That's the thing is, like, at this age, like, there are certain things where I would rather just be in the suite and be comfortable and have all the food just kind of right there, and, you know, no issues getting to a bathroom or getting more drinks or whatever it is. There's something about that, but I still do love just kind of being out there, and, like, especially at, you know, we go to the Beaver games every once in a while, and some of those suites are pretty sweet up there, but
I see what you did there.
But just being in the groups and like, you know, being near people, and sometimes it's like a player's family near you or something like that, and it's just fun. And, you know, when the weather turns to shit, like, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop up here underneath the covered area and pretend that I'm getting another hot dog or something like that for the next 30 minutes. But it's good times.
Like I said, suite's awesome. Really enjoyed it. It was amazing to see Vegas because I've never seen anything. You know, I've been in Moda. I've been a few. Like, this was just.
Yeah.
It was insane. The little features. Like I said, frosted cup holder. Are you fucking serious, right? Like, you literally put your freaking can, your glass, whatever, and it's just ice cold.
Yeah, now I feel like I need to replace these chairs up here. Like, I kind of want to, like, the cup holders to be frosted for us. Like,
hey, we could redneck something on here.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. We'll just put ice cubes at the bottom of it, letting the water spill all over the floor. It's fine. It works.
We'll put a piece of Tupperware underneath it, and it can drip in that. Redneck ingenuity.
Oh hell!
You got any games planned this year, college or besides? Well, I mean, we'll talk about the Browns game, but you got anything?
So Jackson and I are doing that Green Bay Titans game in September.
Right, that's right.
And then
the shareholder has to go check on his team.
Yeah, right. Like, well, since I do own part of the team, I should probably go witness their greatness. Blah, blah, de blah, de blah. No, and then we're going to go to a Beaver game in October against UNLV.
Nice.
And then we're flying back to Boise for, I think, a couple games. One around Thanksgiving, which is the Beaver game, I believe, is that day after Thanksgiving.
All right.
And I think we may do one earlier in the year as well, and just go watch, O-Fish, Oliver Fisher on the Boise State Broncos. He's tight end there. Go O-Fish. Go watch him play a little bit and see how he's doing. And, his parents live back there now, so we'll have nice place to stay and go eat plenty of food.
There you go.
Yeah. So I think that's probably good for this year. We may be going down to ASU for Parents Weekend. And so if there's a game that weekend, we may go see that.
Oh, there's a game that weekend. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be starting at 7:05 because it's hot as shit there.
Like in the morning?
No, well, God, actually, they should. No, because then you don't have any time to tailgate. So
that's all right. We can tailgate after the fact. Like, I'd rather have it be 73 degrees and be nice than 94. But don't worry, in 2 hours it'll be down to 92.
I know. I think it's Kansas, that game.
Okay.
So I got one college plan so far. I got my Browns at either Cleveland or Vegas, and then I'll probably hit up a Duck game with Brace. Got to go down to the Hot Valley tailgate and go check in down there, and got invited to a Beeve game with a buddy from TAP. So, geez, maybe 3 college games this year.
Damn,
which wouldn't be too shabby. So.
Yeah, I feel like last year I didn't really go see a whole lot, so I'm in for going to see a few things this year.
Yep, I only did. God, what did I do last year? Ducks. We saw the Ducks in Arizona.
Yeah.
Did another Duck game in Eugene with Brace.
Yep.
And then, I guess I did 3. And then I took father-in-law's diehard Duck fan. So I wanted to go to the last quote-unquote Civil War, right?
Oh,
I know they're playing. But
they're
it's week
playing
3.
Yeah.
I like that day after Thanksgiving and the cold fucking rain. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
where it mattered too. Like,
so I'm like, you know what?
If you won that game, then you likely were going to have a better record in the Pac-12. And well, now we're down to the Pac-2.
Pac-2, buddy.
Hey, we're in the Pac-2 championship.
That's right.
Woot woot. Go Beavs. Season hasn't started and we're already there.
Already there, man. Just like that.
Oh shit. Well, you got so let's see. You've told a few stories about, like, the chained up beer cases at Browns games.
With those Bud Light aluminum bottles.
Yeah, and the really painful year.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you snuggled Brace at one.
Yeah.
So it sounds like NFL games are just a good time for you.
Oh, buddy. Every year when I go back with McCurdy, I'm trying to get more people. Every year I always have a few people that says, dude, I'll go back. I tell them no game that I'm going back to. No one ever rolls. But I'll tell you, frickin' stories 4 days. And by now I feel like I have a good understanding of not just Cleveland Browns and their stadium and downtown, but like the Ohio Midwest way of life, right? Because it's different. I'm a West Coast boy. My first time out there, man, I went way too hard year one. I was so drunk by the end of the game, and McCurdy set up all this special stuff. Told you this. So they're season ticket holders since 58.
Oh, shit.
Been in his family's name since then, of course, minus the, what was it, 2 years or 3 years?
Yeah, there wasn't really a team.
But besides that, his family has held season tickets.
Huh.
So he's high up there. I don't know where he ranks in the season ticket holders, but I mean, I'd have to go out on a limb and say like probably top 3%, right?
All right.
So his account person that kind of handles everything, he is afforded the luxury of doing some extra stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he asked me, he goes, man, would you want to do the flag one year on opening game? I'm like, dude, that would be bitching, right?
Yeah.
I've known Jerry's done it, who's a veteran Air Force at an ASU. I'm like, dude, that would, as a non-veteran who's never, just to have the opportunity to do that.
Hell yeah.
So he goes, the catch is that we need to do training for it. Because there's a way to unfold the right. You can't have it touch the ground. So I was like, well, what does that mean? He goes, well, we have to give up an hour and a half of tailgating before the game. He's like, unless I can see if we can I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
So year one, never been out there, didn't know what to expect. This is when McCurdy was still living out here working for Nike, so we both flew out there. But right before the game, they caught us. They said, we don't have any record of because he lied and said that he has done the training before, but then he also +1 me, and he said, oh, no. He goes, no, we're good. Westfall's done the training, and I've done the training, so we're good.
Uh-huh.
So they bought it for about a week.
Oops.
And then they finally caught us, and McCurry's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, dude, I don't know. It's year one. You tell, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. I don't know how much time we need. I don't know how to do any of this. He goes, all right, we'll do that later. He goes, that way I show you around the town. We can tailgate. So he's like, I'll come up with something different. So he got the team photographer to come down, meet us after the game of year one, and they took photos of us with his name on Jumbotron, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for your years of season tickets, whatever. And then after they took photos, there was a pigskin down there, and we had a little handler, right? Probably a little intern 20-year-old that was in charge of us. And we got to throw the ball around for a few minutes.
Oh God.
Well, remember at the beginning of this,
this is after the game.
This is after game. So now we have been tailgating since about 10 a.m., right? I think it was a 1 o'clock game, 4 hours of the game, and then we had to wait to get clearance to get down. So probably another half hour, 40 minutes after the game. Still drinking because we were smart and we bought 2 or 3 rounds each at the end of the third. So now, and they won't have us go down there until, of course, all the players have cleared the field and the media, and they've gotten. So it's probably about an hour plus from when the game actually ended. So we finally get to go down there, right? Team photographer meets us. They said there was a few other people down there that got to do some pictures, but they weren't on the level of McCurdy with names
on the Jumbotron.
So they cleared off. We were kind of playing catch, and I remember at one point looking over at this poor intern dude. He, like I said, super young, probably wasn't even drinking age, 19, 20, and he's leaned up against the aluminum bleacher there, and he's watching fucking Twiddle-Dee and Twiddle-Do. We're running like little slants, right? Hike, fucking I run 3 yards, cut left, McCurdy throws the ball right. And I'm watching this kid, and we come back, and him and I huddle up to redesign the play, and this kid is like, I fucking hate my life right now. Right? So then I'll take these fucktards. So then we come up with the new play. Now I'm the quarterback. Hike, fucking McCurdy runs his route. He turns. I throw the ball the opposite way. At some point, I thought this kid was going to be like, let me throw the ball to you guys. We couldn't do shit. But we had so much fun, and we lost track of time because I don't think this kid wanted to and probably had the authority to rush him, right?
Get the fuck off the field.
So looking back at the photos, and I'll send you one if you want that you can post.
Yes.
You can zoom in on the picture, and I shit you not, there is no one. And by no one, I'm not talking fans. Like, the cleaning crew has cleaned the stadium. And the two of us and poor intern Tom are still down at the field. Just not. We went, I think, like 0 for 600 in our completions, right? Rushing, we were decent. Like, we moved the ball a few times. But
rushing with all that defense on the field.
Dude.
Oh, God.
So we're playing, lose track of time. Finally, I think we were just like so done. We had to pee. It was. We kind of look at the guy and goes, "You guys ready?" And we're like, "Ah, fuck." We kind of looked around. We don't see anyone. We're like, "Yeah." So we start walking to a tunnel. Of course, most football fields have the four entrance on the going into the tunnel. Well, we walked the opposite one than the one we came in.
Oh.
So I remember this kid. He was like, "You guys know where you're going, right?" And Tim's like, "Oh, absolutely." So he goes left, and we start walking. I'll have to share this photo with you. There's a photo of Tim and I. Selfie, concrete tunnel, take the picture. There's no one behind us. Like, the stadium is damn near locked up for the night, right?
You're damn near locked in.
We walked around for probably 30 minutes, and it was funny. Someone asked me, like, "Did you see the locker rooms, or did you go here?" I was like, "Dude, we were still kind of just so out of it that we wanted out."
Are we
right?
still
Plus, we needed more alcohol, and we still had to go back to the hotel room. So we were legitimately trying to leave. And I remember we went out some side door. McCurdy had no idea what he was, and I'm like, "Dude, you're from here. I'm relying on your expertise," right? And then to this day, we stay at the same Marriott Tower. It's in the top of the Key building. It's probably, I don't think it's the tallest building in Cleveland, but it's the second tallest building. But it has the logo of Key Bank.
Yeah.
And it's now a running joke that I could never stay anywhere else, because literally when McCurdy will quiz me, we'll be walking around. He's like, "Westfall, where are we staying?" I'll look around. I just point. And without that beacon, Big Mike would get lost. So we stay at the same hotel every time, just because I can find it anywhere in the downtown corridor. And it's kind of my home away from home. But yeah, dude, it was. I'll have to pull up. I'll see if I can find those pictures at
Hell yeah,
at our little break, because that is pretty freaking funny, man. No one in the stadium, no one in the tunnels. I can't believe they were just like.
Like, here, just go for it.
So I'd always kid him that he was the.
You should have driven out of there on one of the carts or something. Just be like, "Woohoo, let's go!"
Pull a Marshawn Lynch.
Yes, absolutely.
No, it was good times. That's when I knew. That's when I knew McCurdy was no joke. I'm like, "Holy shit, man! This is year." I'm like, "Is this what we get to do every year? Just freaking stagger around like he was." Remember those old Baker Mayfield commercials? Like, hey, he's going through the guy that's house sitting the stadium, right?
Yeah.
Trash night. Dude, he. I think he has his own key. Like, I would always kid him. I'm like, "Bro, these commercials are made after you. Like, we're the last one leaving. Like, do you have to set an alarm? Like, how does this work exactly?" I'm not sure, but it was a fucking badass time.
Shit, yeah. Oh my god.
Seeing the underbellies
hey,
of
at least you made it out though.
No, we made it out.
There was a moment there during the story where I was like, did the security guard find you and like zip tie your hands and then lead you out? Because like, hey, vagrants, get the fuck out.
Well, we made it out, and then literally moments afterwards, McCurdy had his first life and death decision hanging out with Big Mike out of the state of Oregon. We came across this large mound and then got back to the sidewalk. Well, like I said, I was a little intoxicated, so I decided to walk back up the grass hill, and then I turned to walk down. Well, gravity took over, and I was coming in hot, McCurdy said, and he is quite smaller than me. And he was standing on the sidewalk, and he told me, he's like, "Holy shit, man, I can't stop this guy." And he stepped off the sidewalk onto the first lane of traffic, but he saw a city bus coming.
Oh, fuck.
And he was like, "I don't know. I'm going to have to chop block him. Like, I'm going to have to take him out at the legs because he is going to run and get hit by this bus." And he was literally, he said he panicked. He didn't know what to do. And he said, "I came crushing down the hill. I got to the sidewalk. I somehow stopped, pivoted, and did a 180. 180, and he was like, dude, it was the most gracious thing I've ever seen, because he was like, if you went in the street, I was just going to try to take you out and save your life. And I was like, dude, I knew what I was doing the whole time.
Yeah, you did.
I knew what I was doing the whole time.
Yeah,
I just wanted to scare you. I don't really remember any of it. He said I licked the window of a building too, but that's another story. Yeah, dude, Cleveland makes you do weird things, man.
Yeah. Well, so did the Blazers when you high five a poster.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah, dang it. I have fun at sports. What can I say?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, pee break.
All right, pee break. I'll look for the photos.
All right.
All right.
This episode of the Whiskey and Wine podcast is sponsored by Portland Party Bus, Portland's original party bus company, where the ride becomes the party. PDX Party Bus pricing is all inclusive. This means all the hourly rates include all fees and mileage. No surprise charges at the end of your party, just professional staff and a party all along the way. Visit them at pdxpartybus.com and plan your next wine tasting, birthday party, or just a great weekend. pdxpartybus.com.
Oh, see, good times in the sports world, my friend. I love the stadium life.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so much fun, and like sober or drunk, it is so much fun.
Yeah. You get that many people. Dude, I love people watching, right?
Yes.
So just the things you see, the things you hear.
Yep.
Just the overall experience, right? The most games I seem to go to every year, I always go to a Browns game. McCurdy has bomb seats. They're on the away side. We're about 8 rows from the field. So I actually love them because
you get to bark at the players.
We get to not only bark at the players, but it's like I've met so many cool fans, right? I'm decked out, all my Cleveland Browns gear, and usually around us is the away team.
Yeah.
So I like to chat with people, and every year I have to drop they're like, oh, dude, you're pretty good. I appreciate you, man. You're a pretty good Cleveland fan. We travel with the team in some stadiums. You get the dicks. And I was like, I go, this is just my second team. I go, I'm from Oregon. I always find one. I have to drop the I'm from Oregon card. Mm-hmm. And every year, McCurdy will laugh. I'll dig out my wallet and I show him my fucking Oregon driver's license. And they're like, you fucking flew out here from Oregon for this game? I go, once a year. And they always are dumbfounded, right? And then I have to give them the quick backstory.
I don't fly. I hop on my wagon. And I do the Oregon Trail in reverse.
Yeah, it's quite simple, people.
Last year I missed the game because I got dysentery.
I love it, but no, dude, on the away side, so fun, right?
Oh,
because
yeah.
I love hanging out. I love chit chatting with people, man, and I feel like you get to have the both extreme highs for both, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I have no problem giving you a high five after a good play, right? Someone lights up the Browns defense and score a touchdown, I'll be the first to fucking give you a high five, be like, dude, that was a bomb ass play, right?
Yeah,
because I like sports, right?
Right.
I'm there, of course, to hopefully see the Browns win, right? But I love good sports.
Well,
I
and
have no problem.
like we've said, like neither you nor I are going to be competing in this shit anytime soon.
I couldn't complete a 3-yard pass.
No, you couldn't.
So no, yeah, I won't be. I don't even think they'd hire me to be the water boy because I'd fuck that up somehow.
Wait,
put IPA
this is grain alcohol. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? What? It's clear.
That's right. I figured if I got you boys hopped up on a Gatorade HRD vodka blend, we'd really come out there in the second half and show these boys what we're made out of.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, I love it too. Like just, so years ago we went to, we were back east for an Ironman race that I was doing, and we went to 2 games. We went to a Maryland football game, and we went to at the time, Washington football team game because they were in between Redskins and Commanders.
Yep. They had that 1 year. Was it
2 years?
2 years of the
2 years of Washington football team.
Didn't know exactly what.
Yeah, right. Like we're just a dick of an owner and no name. Great. This is really good for branding, you dumb shit.
That's right.
But hey, I bought a lot of Redskins gear real cheap after their trademark got rejected.
No, that's genius.
It was great.
Stock up.
So the Maryland game was great in that, like, it's a college game and it's kind of, a smaller stadium, but holy shit, you've never experienced steps that are so steep as you have in this fucking Maryland Terps stadium. Like, the upper bowl is dangerous. And the week before we were there, apparently somebody had, like, gotten drunk and missed a step and then just fucking cartwheeled down these steps.
Dude. It's like the little snowball on the hill, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just nothing stopping it.
Nothing stopping until they hit the bottom where it's like the edge of the upper tier and it's a wall, and like you bounce up over that.
Usually a thick concrete wall.
Yeah.
Sometimes with a little, plexiglass up above.
There's no plexiglass.
Oh,
this is just concrete with a steel handrail.
Oh, yeah.
So they hit that, and, it was a whole big deal. It was in all the little local papers. And so the week that we went, there were staff or security at every single landing. You know how there's a landing every, 8 steps or something like that on those? Every single landing, there was staff sitting there. And I was like, well, this is just the fucking green light for me to get drunk, because I'm only ever going to make it one set of stairs before that big motherfucker stops me.
You have a bodyguard every
Holy shit,
every
this
landing.
Is great. Oh, and I can get 4 beers and I can just hand them to them and be like, start passing that shit up. I'll be up there in a minute. Hang on a second. Fat guy's coming up the stairs. I'm holding my 2 beers. My other 2 beers are heading up the stairs. Like, this is great. Oh, shit, I forgot my popcorn. Hey, can you grab my popcorn? So that was great. But then we went to the Washington football team game, and it was against the Eagles, and it's at the time where they just sucked. Like, the Washington football team was just awful, which is a lot of the time, but it was really bad at this time. And so we go to this game, and we get club level seats with free food, some sort of souvenir, everything else in like the private box level for $45 a ticket. Like,
seriously?
Just dirt cheap. And we get there, 3/4, if not more, of the stadium is in green. Like, it is all Eagles fan. They're like, yeah, we don't go to our games because it's cheaper to come watch them play the Commanders. I mean,
isn't that insane?
Like,
man?
we can bring the whole family, and it's still cheaper than 2 tickets, up in Philly. Like, holy shit, really?
Dude, that's insane. I guess that's the one. I don't know if you call it a plus, but if you're sport that you follow, right, when you're in those down years, as long as it reflects it on the price of the tickets,
right? It's like the Seahawks tickets are still obscenely expensive, but they're not that great. Like, they haven't been doing great in the last couple of years, but they're still like $500 a ticket.
Yeah, no, it's insane to see what different teams, right? Like, apparently the Browns travel really good. So when I bought the tickets last year up at Seattle at the Seahawks, I was like, those are not as affordable as I thought they were going to be. McCurdy's like, no, man, Browns fans, they got one of the largest boosters, or what's it called? Is it backers, not boosters. Yeah. I'm sorry. They have one of the largest backer in the country. I went on their thing, so I was thinking about possibly doing it for Tapforia.
Yeah.
Dude, the requirements, right? I have to have it was just insane. But you start pulling up on the map, and I'm like, holy shit, man. This fan base is truly all over.
Holy
and there's
shit.
a shit ton of them. So it's kind of
funny.
funny.
Yeah, but if you grow up in Cleveland, you're not going to likely stay in Cleveland. So you end up all over the country. And so, yeah, you're going to, like, yeah, we're in Arizona, we're in California, we're anywhere but Cleveland. Like, there's like 6 or 7 places in Cleveland you can watch a Cleveland game, but most of the time it's the rest of the fucking world. Like, anywhere but Cleveland.
Cleveland rocks. Oh, man.
But see, I like a fun stadium. Like, the old Beaver Stadium was great in that, like, you could get pretty close to the field pretty easily.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a lot of cover. Like, so if it's raining, you're just fucking wet. Like, the whole thing, you were just wet.
That's the one thing that I do question sometimes, right? Like, I don't mind being wet. I don't like being soaked through.
I don't want to be soaked through at $400 a seat.
I've done many Blazer or Beaver games with Ted, my buddy.
Yeah.
I've done many Duck games with Brace. And it's funny. I'm like, I know. I guess it's that whole, like, they have the upper advantage on the road team, right? Same thing with Cleveland. I would ask McCurdy, I'm like, all right, dude, I have some questions.
Yeah.
Why is it snowing on us right now when the sun's out? And he's like, oh, that's lake effect snow. I'm like, dude, you motherfuckers are nuts out here. I'm like, I'm sitting, I have sunglasses on. It's in the 30s, blue. There's not a cloud in the sky. And he's like, well, the wind will whip up moisture from Lake Erie and it freezes. I'm like, this is fucking psychotic. How and why? I'm like, you guys got to put a dome on. And they're like, oh no, you can't say the D word here. This is... and then I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, no, Green Bay, no dome, right?
Uh-huh.
Pittsburgh, no dome. What,
Bills? Indianapolis has got one though.
Finally, and Detroit when they did Ford Field, they have. But I mean,
and Minneapolis has got one.
All right, so they're slowly popping up. Cleveland is. They just sent me the email since I'm a Cleveland Browns fan of the new rendering of their stadium. So McCurdy texted to me. He goes, "Hey man, have you been keeping up with that?" I'm like, "Bitch, I got the same email. I'm deep in the Cleveland Brown fan base right now." But they're talking about doing this new stadium and this whole new sports entertainment district, and they're doing a dome. And the players, it was funny to hear their thoughts on it because they said that we're kind of 50-50. We like having that advantage, right?
Weather
if the
advantage.
Arizona Cardinals come to town, or the Rams come to town, or whoever comes to town, right? And I was like, I get it, but in my 20s and 30s, I probably wouldn't mind sitting there with 6 inches of snow on my lap. But right now, I'm like, the fact that it's getting snowed on and there's no fucking clouds in the sky.
Yeah.
You guys are gangsters out there. The Midwest sports fan and East Coast sports fan, man, it is a different breed. So
like those fucking Buffalo Mafia.
I know. I want to catch a game so bad. I want to see.
Bills Mafia is so nuts. Like, late in the season, there's so much snow that they have to postpone the game. And then you've got everybody out there just like, yeah, we'll help shovel. Yeah, we're used to shoveling.
It's a different fan base.
Holy shit! Nuts. No. I love going to the. But if Beavers were like, we need you to help shovel the stadium, I'd be like, no. You go ahead and just install a seat warmer for me for what I just paid for those seats.
Yeah, I guess we're lucky. All we have to deal with is a little rain.
Yeah,
I wish they had a little more coverage on either stadium.
Yeah,
I haven't been to the new research. Kate went last year. I went back to the
it's pretty sweet
Brown season opener, and her and Cooper got tickets, so they went out there. So I'm like, damn it, I haven't been out there, so I got to try to catch a Beav game this year and go check out the stadium.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, but it's one of those things where I miss the old Beaver Stadium because in the men's room it had the trough.
Oh Lord, I love the piss troughs.
Right? You remember like just a giant stainless steel trough bolted to the wall, and they would either pour ice in there or it would have like a little like trickle of water
just to help flush everything down to the low point drain.
It always smelled awful, but it was efficient. And like if you could like one shoulder in and make room enough to get in there, you were in. That's all it took you just had to get in. But at the Washington football stadium,
do they still have piss troughs?
They had a piss trough.
Yes.
And so this is up in that club level. So we're hanging out, we're getting all our free food, like free hot dogs, free, little barbecue sandwich and a few other things. And I'm like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I walk into this bathroom and there's nobody at the trough. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I see it. It is clogged.
Ooh, yummy.
And so this trough is turned into an infinity pool.
Oh,
like where it's just rolling over the front lip and just slowly dripping on the floor and then running along the floor to the floor drain that's built in there, which I'm sure is some of those videos that people have seen where there's just like sewage and everything else leaking out of pipes and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Those floor drains, I'm sure, just like lead straight out to the sidewalk.
Oh, 1,000%.
But so I'm like, so here's the question: do I walk up and attempt to keep my feet dry while this is spilling over with whatever is in this trough and try and pee in that? Or do I just pee on the floor where it's dripping over and running into the floor drain? Or am I less of a savage and I just go wait for one of the stalls and use that?
I mean, you have options. Depending on how big and where the floor drain was located, that'd probably be option 1 for me.
Yeah.
Right? It's like pissing in the shower drain.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
think
I would probably look at that route. And then based on the line for the stalls, you know, it hasn't. Every once in a while, sink might work too.
we've got the black pipe out there by our backyard there.
I'm not too good to piss in a sink every once in a while.
Yeah.
If I have to. I've seen freaking women running in men's bathroom because we have usually less lines, right?
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know, man. Sink,
Yeah.
toilet, urinal, piss trough.
I need to
floor
verify
drain.
something. You're not pissing in my sinks, right?
No, never. Not in the sinks over here.
Okay, good. Just wanted to verify.
Maybe the shower ones. No,
yeah, on the crab feed night. Oh.
Yep. No, I love piss troughs, man. I think the last one beside Reeser, I think the only other one that I have ever used and saw myself was in the old Seattle Kingdom. They should bring them back. I feel like they're fairly efficient, right?
I feel like they're way more efficient than just urinals.
Yeah, no.
Because then you've just got everything running into one drain. You don't need as much water to get it out of there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's environmentally sound.
Oh, well, there you go. There we go. That's what we'll go with. We'll pitch them.
Yeah.
All new stadiums moving forward from this day should have
I think what you should do is you should just have, like, build one, but have the back wall be like a capacitive LCD screen.
Ooh.
And you could have, like, ducks going by so people can just aim and hit the ducks and you get points.
Okay,
And it can be like a ride. And then
I'm liking this.
yeah,
I'm liking this.
Like, you know, you can have the game up above so people can keep track, and then like a little game to pee on ducks or something
I like
that.
it. You get
Especially
points.
if it's at the Beaver Stadium, that'd be perfect.
Pissing on ducks.
Pissing on ducks. I like where this is going. I think this is our moneymaker right now.
All right, we're bringing back piss troughs, everyone.
The duck pissing contest, sponsored by Whiskey and Wine. I might just set up a trough outside for us just to pee on like the little floaty ducks.
There you go. There you go. Go to the Dollar Tree, get a shit ton of floaty ducks.
Yeah.
All right.
There's worse games we can play.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the new non-chain gang thing, like where they just use the overhead photo. Oh no, they are using the chain. Damn it. I saw they were using the new system where they don't actually have to bring out the chain at one of the other preseason games, and it's just a digital photograph from up above with knowing where it needs to be, and they don't even bring the chain out. They just say short by whatever.
There you go.
Yeah.
At some point, you figure they're going to have a little more technology to speed up the, not that it takes.
Right.
But you add up, 30 seconds here, 60 seconds here throughout the game.
Yep.
Speed it up.
Yep. Well, what do you think about the new kickoffs?
I don't know yet. I've only seen it done a few times on the. I don't know.
I think I agree that it is a lot safer.
Oh, 1,000%.
But it seems a little lame or boring or really slow to me.
Yeah, it was the same thing when they changed the onside kick.
Yeah.
That if you get it, which they made it so hard to even get now, right? But then you can't advance the ball, and it's like, well, I don't know. Some of these new rules.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Like you said, I know why they're doing it, right? They're trying to make it safe, and I understand that, and I appreciate that. But it's like,
but it's still sometimes you at what point are we just changing just say that you're going to change the way the game is?
Yep.
Just admit that it's not going to be the game that it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Instead of doing all these tweaks here, tweaks there.
And trying to justify them. Like, oh, no, look, this is still just as... No, don't just say we're changing this because NFLPA has said that we need to make it safe, and we want these...
And we're going to make it safe.
Yeah, exactly, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All I know, cheers to football.
Yeah, baby. Oh.
Talking about cheers, so what do you think of this?
You know, I'm happy with this, especially as a $26 bottle.
Big Mike, man, found the bargain stuff.
And they call it a small batch, so that's fine. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Man, I don't know. Like I said, I like it. We topped off at break.
Yep.
I like it. You know, it's a little mild on some of the other things compared to some of the other drinks that we review on here, but as far as what you get for $26,
yep,
it's pretty freaking solid, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting notes of, cinnamon. It has layers. There's some complexity there.
Yep. I think it might be a little sweet for, somebody who likes the hotter kind of rye style bourbons. This is just a wheated bourbon, so it's very sweet, but overall, super easy drinker.
Super easy drinker. Cool story. Like I said, if you know anything about the old Fitzgerald back, but no, I'm a fan. And by the looks of this bottle, since we just opened it, it looks like
we put a dent in it.
Yeah. So no, I'm a fan. I think it's one of those that should be on people's radar if it's not, right? Especially if you're new to different bourbons and whiskeys and scotches.
Well, and at $26, you might as well grab a bottle of this.
Yeah, dude, you can drink it neat.
Yep.
You can drink it.
Drink it as a cocktail.
Yeah, this would be a good cocktail one.
Yep.
I do hate when I see people mixing some crazy shit for cocktails. And I'm just like, why? Yeah. There's so many good options out there, right?
Yeah, but there are some assholes out there that just, want the world to burn, and they've got, 3 bottles of Pappy's every 2 weeks or something like that, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to make my cocktail with this because it's just garbage to me. Whatever.
Well, I don't know. Screw them. I like this.
I do too.
$26, like I said, it's readily available.
Yeah.
You have no problem finding it. We usually base it just on our state.
Yep.
I'm going to start looking more and more when I do my little travel in the Midwest and out to Arizona and seeing, kind of what's on shelves there. I usually don't purchase a lot because I'm always flying.
Yeah.
But I like to travel and see what other states have because Oregon sometimes gets a little
we get the shaft.
Yeah, we get the shaft, but it's okay. But like I said, this right here, man, if you haven't had it, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. You can't I think this is a great overall one.
Yep.
Sipper on a football
Sunday.
Day, yeah, or just hanging out. Like I said, you can cocktail it up, maybe even make it more sweeter with a old fashioned or something.
Yep.
But no, I like it. I like it a lot, man. If we're ready, I think I'm going high gold, me personally.
Yeah.
Just because price point, you can find it. You don't have to grease palms at the at the store for this bottle. But I like it. I mean, like I said, it's mild on some of the end finish, but I'm trying to put myself in the mindset that, this isn't a super complex, super expensive bottle. So for what you get, I think this is way solid. So I think I might go as high as high gold for this bad boy.
All right. Well, I was sitting at a gold for it, just because I think it's a little oversweet for me.
Okay.
But I think I like your logic in that. I like your logic in that it's very available, it's very reasonably priced, and I think it's a good stepping stone into the world of bourbon for people who are maybe not quite there yet or don't want to get into it too heavy or just want to do something other than just a Buffalo Trace or a Maker's Mark or something like that.
Let's be real, man. You go there, man, and some of the bottles, right? It's not everyone wants to spend $60, $70, $80 bottles on a drinker where, multi-day in the week kind of sipper.
Yep.
Some do, some don't, but there's hopefully, if people learn anything, I love those, right?
Yeah.
But I also like this stuff. So there's stuff at different price points for everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go high gold.
All right. Well, shit, dude. Look at that. Boom. We have to. Where's my glass? I'm over here.
You gotta trying to catch up on text messages.
Yeah. Well, tap just opened, and
you got regulars and people from previous shows texting us and everything else.
Funny photos.
Yeah. Fucking jackalopes.
Well, this was a nice, mellow, relaxing pre-football show.
Yeah. Well, and we're gonna roll right back into the season and be right back where we were, right?
Yes, we are.
Hey, congrats on almost a year, man.
Congrats, my friend. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
We'll keep it going.
Well, as always, people, send us shit.
Please.
Like notes,
ideas,
alcohol,
socks.
Oh yeah, we got to take some pictures.
Yep.
That's up there. We can't disclose, but we got some freaking killer socks.
Yeah,
so we'll do some posing with those and put that on
Feed Finder.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. People will pay us to take our pictures off of the web.
Hey, however we got to make money on this damn thing, I'm in.
I know.
And again, if you know anything about Premiere Pro, please email, please text, please whatever. I need help.
Yes,
because so far I can't get the audio to line up with the video except on one episode, and I have just taken a shit on every other episode. So far I'm about 10 episodes behind, which is great.
Don't worry, we're going to find that unicorn.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be able to bang these out in no time.
Yeah, right? That's all I need is just somebody who's like, God, you're a fucking idiot. Here, you just go click, 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 click there.
Done. Next.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening to the Whiskey and Wine podcast.
Yes.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram. We'll start putting more things up there. Check out our website at whiskeyandwine.com or hit us up, email us, text us, whatever you want to do. Just bother us.
That's right. We're around.
Yeah, we'll interact with you. We're not that famous yet.
Not yet.
But it's coming.
It's coming. It's on the horizon.
All right. Cheers, buddy.
All right. Next week. See ya.
The Whiskey and Wine podcast is brought to you by Tapforia, Tigard, Oregon's first growler tap house. Founded in 2014, Tapforia has 28 taps, including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Did you know that they are a bottle shop as well now? Stop in for a pint, glass, growler, or a 4, 6, or 12 pack of the latest and greatest offerings of our local breweries. Located on Highway 99W in Tigard. Visit tapforia.com and follow them on social media to see what they have on tap each day. Tapforia, craft beer and wines.